Hey guys, and the pop up, the pop up, yeah. For old for old time's sake, I was gonna really bring in the energy today, but after seeing that pop up, I just lost it all. I lost all motivation. Well, anyway, hey, just like Star Wars Episode 7, we're coming in almost identical to how we did it before, only with slight changes. I added some more goals, and I'm sure things will be slightly different from last time, but not that much. Anywho, before we begin with today's devlog, I just wanted to give a shout out to last video, because, man, usually after you post the second episode, the amount of likes goes down by like a third. But thankfully, I think we managed to stay above 10 likes, even for the second episode. So that's pretty... Oh. Okay. I guess we only got 9 likes. That's fine. That's still 9 likes and 10 comments. That's cool. Like last time, let's see if there's any good suggestions. I'm gonna sort by new because YouTube doesn't do it well. How about A Way to Select Multiple Blocks by Hugo Soares? Okay, I will add it onto the list. Select multiple blocks. And what about a block leg loop that serves to organize blocks? If I add the ability to compact, I'll do that. Let's see here. I'm not... Don't be ridiculous. I'm not dying inside. I am more motivated than ever. Finally, some good shit. Copy paste, good idea. I'll add a copy paste system to the to-do list. What else is there? Double click. I already did this. Add a menu. No. I don't want to change the palettes. It's too hard. Oh, a reply. Oh. Yeah, thank you for your contribution. I appreciated it, Finn Underwood. It was wonderful. Your library of palette sorts things or whatever is a pretty cool idea. Maybe it will happen if I'm not lazy. And I'm always lazy. Anywho, what else is there? Oh yeah, we gotta check the subscriber count to see how well the last video helped boost my subscribers. Oh. I guess we're just back down to where we started. Okay. Cool. Well. Welcome. I'm gonna go pull up the thing now. Alright. Here, you know what? Wait. Before I do anything, let me do something with this backdrop. Excuse me. We no longer need this. So there we go. It is now canon that the Photoshop has been closed. Keep that in mind, everyone. But now this kind of blends into the background. I gotta change the background. View. Next. Oh! That's a useful feature. Damn. Okay. cool. The reason I wanted to change the background to have more contrast was because I noticed last episode there was a lot of like, is it called? Do you just call it alien? There was a lot of. It was hard to see what I was working on with it zoomed out at 1080p. Like when I see it here, it's fine, and on a 720 screen, it's probably fine. But you know, when you downgrade the resolution, it doesn't look that great. So I'm going to zoom in a bit. You know, how about I zoom in next to the notes so you can also see the notes? Okay, cool. Well, let us begin. So, I guess I should have discussed what I changed first. So, the main point of this week was to add modularity. So I added the ability to modify the inner data of the events, visual drag and drop pieces, and also a modular way to customize them. So if I click show message, we'll get a text input and we can insert text. And now there it is, our show message event with our inserted text. If you think I wasn't copying RPG Maker enough, here you go, our show message event. Anywho, you can edit and delete. So I'll double click to edit and put in more text. And there we go. And you can also delete. And now, that was a bug. Oh no. Oh, today's just not my day, is it? Okay. Give me a second. 1 second later. Sorry about that. I was hit up with a thick null pointer exception. I'm not talking about your noob, dumb Java null pointer exceptions. Nah. This is a thick C low-level null pointer fucked your shit up exception. But thankfully, I think I fixed it. If you're watching this, that means I did fix it, because if I didn't, I'm not going to show this. It froze. Another second later. Hey, haha, that was a funny gag where I said I wouldn't show if there was a bug, but I did show. Anyway, for real times, I'm gonna... Okay, it's not frozen. And deletion works. Okay. Okay, cool. Just making sure I'm replicating all the things that occurred. Okay. I think we're good now. Cool. Well, awesome. Back on track, you can add events. And they now have information correlating to what's presented inside of them. And they retain that information, and you can edit that information. And everything is great. What else is there? I guess the fact that the show message is a little dynamic in its sizing is a new feature. Though, since I set up everything to be very simplistic and easy. What am I talking about? I added a hover animation. I forgot. I'm so used to looking at the hover animation that I forgot it's new for all of you viewers. God damn it. Alright, I added a hover animation. It kind of looks like shit, but it's also kind of clean. I'm not really sure how I feel about it. But, it's based off the hover animation I made for my list widget here. So, it kind of has a box that kind of builds in from the inside and expands to the frame. The issue is that it looks kind of inconsistent between all of these. There's a bit of lag with the bigger ones, like this one right here. But I think that can be resolved once I put more effort into the rendering performance. Oh, man. Okay, so fix jitter. Yeah, I fixed the jitter when moving the pieces. No longer does the entire thing have a heart attack. So let me bring up a condition. So, ooh, look at this fanciness. Let's check something else. And we can move this up here.
We can move these pieces all inside. We can move them all around. And look, no jitter. No jitter. It's just same old goodness. Looks nice, feels nice, tastes nice. Yeah. So, that's cool. Hide add button when moving. Oh yeah, I wanted to hide this thing when moving, but then I kept it because it made sense. So, I'm gonna say, did not do this. Fuck you. Move scroll bar with motion. Oh yeah, that was another huge component that I needed to fix. So let's add some more conditions and other events, and I'll show you that I can move stuff just by dragging and shit. So if I hold this down and drag, I can move down or move up. If you just swipe down or swipe up, it'll probably move all the way to the bottom or the top, but otherwise it has a bit more precision when you move it pixel by pixel. So that is cool. It also works with moving stuff, so once again, it looks a little laggier though. I don't know why. It looks kind of smooth when you do it like... Why does it do it like this though? Huh. And maybe I'll smooth it out just for the polish sake. The Polish's sake. The Polishy sake. Yeah. What else is there? Okay, so move scroll bar hover animation, we talked about that. Move plus sign on the add button a bit over. Yeah, this plus sign was a bit over here, but now it's over here. Searchability. I didn't do that yet. Let's throw that into next week. Dialogues, edit, and deletion. Excuse me. I did that. In fact, let's try deleting some shit right now. I'm gonna hit the delete key. Bam! Deleted. Roasted. Obliterated. Bam! Deleted. Roasted. I'm gonna delete this entire condition. Bam! And I'm gonna delete this guy. Bam! And now they're all gone. I should probably add a Control-Z functionality, don't you think? Let's do it. Undo redo system. Cool. That's how you know I'm fancy. But yeah, I did this. Modular venting system, drag and drop, place source. I don't even know what I meant when I wrote this. But I'm just but I see modular. And I did accomplish very good modularity, which we'll get into in a bit. So we'll say, yeah. Line numbers, comment condense system. Oh yeah. Some other guy was talking about that in the comments. I guess I did add that down. Cool. The reason I'm not adding line numbers is because the size of the events are inconsistent. So like, they are scaled up a certain degree. So like the contents row is, I believe, 18 pixels. But the borders around the event are 3 pixels each. So 6 pixels in total. So the actual size of an event is not a perfect ratio of each other. Like this guy who is 4 rows and this guy who's 2 rows. This 4 rows guy should be twice as big. But it isn't, because both these guys still have the same border size, despite having this one having double, double contents size. So there's no real good way to make line numbers function due to the disparity in the sizes of each event. But it was a cool idea. But I'm going to have to say, this is going to be a did not do fuck you feature. Now on the other hand, the comment or condense system. Comments, of course, would probably just be like another event type, but condensing. What I'm thinking is I might add the ability to add like a comment to a specific event, and it'll just appear as a little like, text bubble on the corner of the event.
or like a little icon you can click on and then like add information that doesn't actually affect anything to this event. That'd be cool. It would also function as sort of like a special note box per each event. That's pretty epic. I like that idea. Let's do that. We'll add comments for event blocks. I don't know if I'm going to condense shit because that's very hard. And I don't want to do hard stuff, but I'll set it up as a long-term goal. Condense shit. All right. So I guess that's that. So let me explain some of the cool things underneath the thing. So right now, all of these events and shit are run through or created through a JSON format right here. So as you can see, we have our show message event. Let me zoom in actually. Our do thing event, condition, and loop. And they each have information. So you have the name which appears. So I'll bring that up right here. Show message is its name. The section which is messaging, which decides the color palette. The data, which is a complicated JSON data format I created for controlling how the dialog UI appears. And then branches, which decides if there's any branches that branch off. So, loop, for example, has a branch right here called repeat above, which you can see right here. And that makes it have a branch. And format, which decides the format of what appears. It also lets you inject certain variables, such as a text variable, which is established in the dialog right here. So that's cool. I could insert stuff like blah, blah, blah at the end. Actually, I shouldn't do that because it'll mess up with the formatting of the indefinite text dropdown. But I could do it right here, save this, and then restart the program. And when I go here and hit show message, and there it is. Modularity. Do thing is another cool example. Let me bring one up right now. So you can insert a text, so my text, and choose a Pokemon. I'm going to choose my favorite, Reuniclus. And that will give you this format right here. Do thing, the name of the text, and then a special format, because the dropdown returns a number. But you can format that number to transform it to a text, like this. And then if I click that, as you can see, it'll do my text, and then Reuniclus. But Reuniclus is a number, but it's transformed into a string. You may also notice that there are these text formatter code thingies. These let you set up formats such as bold and italic. There's other options such as F, which I added, which fades out the text a bit, and underline. So I'll underline this text right here with U. The reason why I have these is because you can't really change the color of the text like RPG Maker, because the actual events themselves are colored. But instead, you can opt for different formats for the text to appear. So if we go to our do thing and hit it, our hi is now underlined and our Pikachu is now faded out. An observant person may also notice that, hey, the branches for the do thing are inconsistent with what's here. And that is correct. That is because I made it so, for testing purposes, the branches are randomized specifically for this event, so I can test what will happen if the branches are dynamically changed during runtime. So if I add an event here, and then refresh the branches to something else, it will delete it. Or if I get another random branch count. I want it to show that it can maintain. So that was 4. There we go. So if we lose a branch, we still keep all our events inside. That's what I was trying to point at. Because, like show choices in RPG Maker has dynamic branches. It only presents the amount of branches needed for the amount of choices inserted. So dynamic branching is important for a eventing system or visual programming system. Anyway, condition is probably the most complicated thing of them all because it provides different inputs that are Boolean, a name, and a dropdown. And this results in this really complicated text format, which you can see right here. So check switch decides whether this one is clicked. If it is, it'll present this text, so our name, and it'll say checking switch name. But if that is not clicked and something else is clicked, it'll move on to this text, which is a recursive check for check variable, which is this one. And if check variable is chosen, it's going to say checking variable, the name, the comparison sign, and 0. So we'll say less than, and there we go, name is less than 0. But if this is not true, then it moves recursively to this one where it says check something, which then says check something else right here. So if we click that, it'll say check something else. And I'm really proud of this because it was... Recursive text formatting like this is not a fucking fun thing to do. You can't just go all willy-nilly with like regular expressions. You gotta go in character by character and figure out what the fuck is going on. But I did it because I want this to work, and I'm very proud of it. So now even complicated, inlined, recursive text formats like this will function properly. So that's cool and allows you to create very different types of text displays based on limited information. So yeah. And then loop. Loop doesn't have any dialogue data, so it just jumps straight to being existing. Yeah. You can't edit it. It just exists. So yeah, I guess the only thing now is to create our own, just to show off how cool this is. Let's call it blah. Let's give it a name. We'll name it Blanders Sanders. Section. We'll just give it the logic control section to make it blue. Blue is overrated. Let's make it messaging to make it red. Data. So for this, I'm going to insert an array. The first index is going to be the information about the dialogue, so we'll give it a height of 120. We'll give it a title of, I don't know, and we'll give it a width of 500. The next informations from this point forward are going to be the UI pieces. I'm just going to gank something from one of these other ones. Let's gank these choices right here. So and we'll insert the choices right here. We'll set the X to 50 and the Y to 55. We'll call it blah. That'll be the actual name of the data stored, but the actual label will be select ice cream flavor. And our choices will be something like, I don't fucking know. Chocolate, vanillas, and straws. And also berry. Berry is a good one. Yeah. Did I put a comma at the end of this one? There we go. For now, we'll give it no branches. And the format will be Blander, Sanders, Sands, in bold. Oh yeah, we got to make this an array. And then we'll give it a second line that says, this is the second line. And then finally we'll also put, the choice you chose is, And our variable was called, I believe, blah? Was it blah? Let's look at the name. The name was blah. And it will display chalk or vina or straw or berry. And then we'll close that. We got a comma here. So cool. Was that worth the wait? Did you care enough to sit through that? You should be disgusted with yourself. Anywho, let's add our Bland or Sanders. So we got to select our ice cream flavor. It's a bit low, so it got cut off by the dialogue. But you get the point. I selected strawberry, or I'm sorry, I selected straw. And here is our event. Cool. So if we select chocolate, it'll be chalk. Let me move it up real quick. We'll set that to 20. And we'll create this again. There we are. Yeah. I like this. I like where this is going. But yeah. I guess that about sums it up. Do you like that p I just put there? No pop filter can stop the puzz that I'm putting into this microphone. Anywho, thank you for watching. I really appreciated it. You know, if you weren't watching, I wouldn't even make these. I just cry and die. But you guys watching this helps motivate me. And it's like the greatest thing ever. Because I can just get shit done, produce content, and feel good all at the same time. Yeah. I already did all of the goals and shit at the beginning, so I really don't know what else there is to do. I guess I'm just gonna create events and just stare at my wonderful creation. So yeah, we'll add a condition. We'll add fucking another condition. We'll put stuff in the conditions. I really love how everything looks all pristine and nice. There's none of that jittering bullshit. You know, fun fact, last episode I said, oh man, I could fix the jitter, no problem. That was a lie. That was a lie to make you guys not worry. But in reality, I had to rewrite the entire fucking thing from scratch. The entire motion system. Man, it was a nightmare. It's not just a motion system. I had to rewrite the coordinate system of the actual fucking pieces and events on this plane of existence. Because I had them all relative based on whether they're contained within other conditions, which is why there was sort of like a discrepancy between each of the pieces when you shifted them, which caused a big kind of jitter at the end. But it's all good now. I like it. Let's make a fucking thick-ass condition and then move it around. Condition. Yeah. You know, let's make a loop while we're at it. We'll put the condition inside the loop. Then we'll put this guy inside that condition. Oh my god. It's so thick. I should probably add some condension. But I mean, realistically, are you ever going to get to this deep of a system? I don't know. Well, in the comments below, comment how you think I should make the hover system look better, add other modular features, or other opinions I don't want to hear. Let's switch this to, yeah. I was really hoping they'd delete all my stuff, and that would be like a funny gag. Let's try it again. Blaziken. Nope. Ekans. There it is. Alright. God, this is like the longest episode ever. Thank you for watching my mental instability times. Goodbye. Oh, shit. I keep forgetting. All I gotta do is push Alt F9. Alt F9 is all I have to do. Okay? Alt F9.